Are you a patch collector? I get a few comments on the patches that are on the back end here. Some people put them on their drawer system and carpet and so forth. They're all Velcro backed, as you probably know if you have any of them. But a lot of people put them on their roof as well, above them, for the creators who are driving and presenting to a camera while they're driving. You often see these sorts of patches that are up there above their head. And do you collect these? I think these exist for a few reasons. One is like a supporter badge, if you like. You know, if you like the channel, you can go and buy one of these on a website. And other creators might like hand them out just to do a little bit of marketing about their channel, that sort of thing. But I get asked a fair bit about this row in particular, and I'll get to them in a second. But these are all just different channels of people that I've met and people I get along well with, and I think make pretty good content. This one here is a vets out there know this is a Pineapple Express sticker or patch, and it's an organisation that does support veterans out there. Nastime Adventures, another good bloke. He does some good content, really nice guy. Underneath there, Gay and Carol, Muck's Adventures, Mad Muck's Adventures, Off the Beaten Path. Jace has got this Grenadier, does a lot of tracks in the Victorian High Country that shows you how to get into different places and what sort of different tracks have different sorts of conditions. Good channel to watch if you're heading off to a trip. Go and watch his stuff, and then you'll learn some of the different ways to navigate some of those tracks. Ed's, this is the first patch I ever got. Ed gave me that one. Ed's four-wheel driving camping. Good bloke. He, I met him at, where were we? Murray River somewhere. We did a camp down there, and he gave me one of those. Ed does patches and stickers. And I'm not really that much of a sticker person anymore. I've got the sticker board on my wall at home in the container, but not so much here. This one over here is out there with Dan. That would be one of my favourite patches. If you're watching this, Dan, that's a bloody good patch. I really like that. So if, and the other one's mine down the bottom there. Look, if you do collect these, where do you put them? Do you put them on your roof, or do you put them in somewhere like this, or somewhere different entirely? I'm not sure. This row here is just patches from my army days. This is my old battalion patch. This is a regimental patch. So my background is infantry, but I was mechanised infantry. I get some comments from other people who are clearly been in the game who ask, were you a grunt or were you a mech head or were you armoured corps? I won't say both, that's not quite the right term, because no armoured corps bloke would say your infantry guy is the same, and no infantry guy would say the same. But the two patches next to here are from the M113A1 with the armoured vehicle that I used to teach people. I was a DNS instructor. So that's just one for the vehicle, because it doesn't really show anything here about the vehicle. I really like those vehicles, and this one here is just a bit of a funny patch, a bit of a joke patch. Amalgamated Track Drivers Union. Army doesn't have union. I think these are a pretty good way of showing some support for other channels, like I just have here. Go and have a look at those channels, and there's no one here on any of the patches that I have that you wouldn't be able to go to their YouTube channel and learn something about something. Like, they're all very good channels, and they're not big channels either. Like, go out there and have a look at what the small guys are doing as well, and have a look for yourself. You know, the drawers, I get asked this a little bit as well. This is the patches that are down here with tools, recovery on it. That's kind of just the toolkit for the car, and spare parts, fuses, that sort of stuff. The top drawer up here, this is all photography gear. That's all that lives in there, is just photography gear. That's mainly for the other channel. If you don't know, I've got the other channel there, and I'm closing on 100,000 there. I think this channel here is up to like 13 or 14,000, something like that. I'm not sure, but something like that. And the other channel though, the photography channel, is at 97,000 something. I need less than 3,000 people to get that 100,000 subscriber plaque. And if you've got a mobile phone and you want to know how to take photos, especially in the night. So imagine this, you go camping, you want to set up a good photo of where you've set up. The stars is nice and clear, campfire's going. I've absolutely taught lessons about how to take that photo with your phone on that channel. I'll link it down the bottom. This is what it's called right here. So go and have a look at that. And if you can't help me, go over there and subscribe. I wouldn't give a toss if you don't watch another bloody thing. Go over there and watch another thing on that channel. Just go over there and give me a sub and help me out to that 100,000. I think stickers have their place. This is kind of a hodgepodge of what I was doing with stickers. I'm very much more about patches these days in this arena. When I was riding my bike everywhere and doing decent rides, going away for weeks at a time, stickers were the way to do it. Most of the stickers that are on my board at home are from those bike trips. I've got a couple of brands down here, K-On and Ready to Drive Anywhere. This is a company in Perth that sell the Egon hubs, the 12-volt hub. Spectacular product. I've rated that so many times. That many people who contact me and ask me about it afterwards ask me how it's going. It's going great. It looks the biz, and it will certainly save a lot of time with the install. I have a couple of questions. One, do you collect these? They're pretty cheap, really. I think I sold mine for $12 posted in Australia. But do you use these? Do you put them in your vehicle somewhere? Because I'm thinking in my head, like what I've got here is just my car. I don't need to take anyone anywhere. It has no other role than being my car to use for the work that I do, as in YouTube and some photography here and there. I don't need to run kids to school. I don't need to help people move their house and stuff. So everyone's situation is a little bit different. So if you're using your car, if your car is also your family car, are you putting these things in there as well? I don't know. And if you're not, and you do collect them, where else do you put them? I do have some room still down the bottom here, yeah? And I'm after your input here, I guess, is to what should I put there as far as other patches? What other creators are out there that you think you need to go and get their patches because they do a bloody good job? Who else is out there? And I'm not talking about the big YouTubers. They're doing fine. I'm talking about channels that are under, say, 50,000 subscribers. Who do you watch? Who are the gold nuggets out there that people don't really know about? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you next week.